There's a place in the rugged mountains of the northwestern United States where silence didn't just arrive, it took over completely, like it had been waiting for the right moment to move in. A place where wooden buildings still stand against the wind, like they're holding on to memory itself. Where empty doorways open into rooms that once carried laughter, work, struggle, and survival. Where the forest didn't just surround a town, it slowly reclaimed it, branch by branch, root by root, year after year. That place is the Garnet Ghost Town, located in the state of Montana, on the northwestern side of the United States of America, within the North American continent. And what makes Garnet different isn't just that it's abandoned, it's how naturally it disappeared. No explosion, no single disaster, no dramatic ending scene. Just a slow withdrawal of people, until the town simply stopped being a town. Back in the late 1800s, Garnet wasn't a ghost town, it was a gold town, and that changes everything. Gold has a way of rewriting geography in real time. It pulls people into places they would normally never survive. It builds cities and valleys no one cared about. It creates urgency where there was none. And it turns remote wilderness into high-stakes opportunity zones almost overnight. That's exactly what happened in this corner of Montana. When gold was discovered in the surrounding hills, prospectors flooded in. Miners arrived with tools, ambition, and the kind of optimism that ignores environmental reality. Within a short time, what was once quiet forest land became a functioning mining settlement. Garnet grew fast, too fast. At its peak, it wasn't just a mining camp, it was a proper town. There were hotels, saloons, general stores, boarding houses, blacksmith shops, and homes built from timber cut directly from the surrounding forest. Streets were carved into the landscape, businesses opened, families moved in. Children were born in a place that, a few years earlier, didn't even exist on most maps. For a moment, Garnet felt unstoppable. Gold towns always do, because in the beginning, the resource feels endless. The early miners pulled significant amounts of gold from the earth, and that success reinforced the belief that the system would keep scaling upward indefinitely. More miners arrived, more infrastructure was built, more investment flowed in. The town expanded not based on long-term planning, but on short-term extraction velocity. That's the core pattern of almost every resource-driven settlement in history. When extraction is high, optimism is higher. But Garnet, like many towns built on finite resources, had a hidden constraint built into its foundation. The gold was not infinite. As time passed, the richest deposits began to thin out. Mining became harder, costs increased, output declined. The easy wins disappeared, replaced by deeper shafts, more labor, and lower returns. And that's when the system started to shift. Businesses that depended on consistent mining activity began to feel the slowdown first. Fewer miners meant less spending. Less spending meant weaker local commerce. Weaker commerce meant closures. One by one, the supporting layers of the town started to break down. Hotels saw fewer guests. Stores reduced inventory. Services scaled back. Families began to leave in search of more stable opportunities elsewhere. And just like that, Garnet entered its decline phase. Not sudden, not dramatic, but steady. The kind of decline that doesn't feel like collapse while it's happening, only after it's already done. By the early 1900s, the population had significantly decreased. Mining activity continued at a reduced level, but the economic energy that once defined Garnet was gone. The town was no longer expanding. It was holding on. Then came the final shift. World events, changing markets, and the increasing difficulty of extraction made the remaining operations less viable. The cost of maintaining life in such an isolated, mountainous environment started to outweigh the benefits of continued mining. And so people left. Not all at once, but in waves. Each departure made the next one easier. Until eventually, Garnet reached a critical threshold. There were more empty buildings than occupied ones. And when that happens, a town stops behaving like a living system. It starts becoming a memory system. By the mid-1900s, Garnet was essentially abandoned. But unlike many ghost towns that were demolished or repurposed, Garnet was left standing. And that decision, intentional or not, changed everything. Because the forest was ready. Montana's wilderness doesn't rush. It absorbs slowly. Trees began growing closer to the structures. Moss covered wood. Roots pushed into foundations. Trails that once carried wagons became overgrown paths. The boundary between human-built space and natural landscape began dissolving. But the buildings didn't collapse quickly. They persisted. Cabins still stand today with their original frames. Walls still outline rooms that once held entire families. Windows still open into forests that didn't exist when the town was active. It's not just ruins, it's a layered overlap of two systems, human infrastructure and natural reclamation, and they are still actively interacting. Today, Garnet Ghost Town is one of the best preserved ghost towns in Montana. Visitors can walk through the remains of what was once a fully functioning gold mining community and physically trace how the town was structured. You can still identify where homes stood based on foundations. You can still see the layout of main streets. You can still step into old cabins that have survived over a century of snow, wind, and isolation. And that's what makes Garnet powerful. It's not reconstructed, it's authentic decay. Nothing has been rebuilt to fake history. Everything you see is what remained after the system stopped maintaining itself. From a broader lens, Garnet is a real-world case study in resource-dependent settlement collapse. It shows a predictable life cycle: discovery, boom, expansion, peak, decline, abandonment, natural reclamation. It's a pattern that repeats across mining towns, industrial hubs, and even modern economic zones that rely too heavily on a single output. Garnet is just one of the clearest physical examples still accessible today. And yet, despite its decline, there's something strangely peaceful about it now. The silence isn't empty, it's layered. Wind moves through wooden structures that still hold shape. Birds nest in places where commerce once existed. Sunlight filters through broken roof lines into rooms that haven't seen human presence in decades. The forest doesn't erase Garnet, it integrates it. That's the subtle truth most visitors walk away with. This wasn't just abandonment, it was transition. Today, Garnet Ghost Town sits quietly in Montana, on the northwestern side of the United States of America, within the North American continent. No longer a mining hub, no longer a settlement of ambition, but a preserved intersection between human effort and natural time. A place where history didn't vanish, it simply changed ownership. And if you stand there long enough, surrounded by silence and timber walls leaning gently into the forest, it starts to feel like the town is still there, just operating on a different timeline, one that no longer includes us.